module online.
Oh.
Audio functionality test initialized. Designation, Liberty Prime. Mission, the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets, any and all Red Chinese invaders. Emergency Communist Acquisition Directive. Immediate self-destruct. Better dead than red.
And this thing didn't get banned in China? Yeah. Alright.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Madison, I'm surprised to see you here. What can I do for you?
Don't talk down to me, Lyons. I had nowhere else to turn. You must help us. Project Purity has been overrun.
Yes, I'd heard reports of an incident there. What details can you give us?
The Enclave. They've attacked Project Purity. James is dead. There may be more. I don't know.
Side note, she didn't get to fuck him.
Then it's as we feared. Madison, I'm sorry this happened. I wish we could have done something.
Then do something now. They've taken over the Purifier. Lyons, they cannot be permitted to have control over it. It's not right.
No. Calm down. You know as well as I do that the Purifier doesn't work. It's useless to them. Perhaps it's time to walk away.
That's not true. James, he found what's been missing. We know how to get it running.
Is that so? Does the Enclave know this?
No, I don't think... I don't know. I just don't know what's happening anymore.
We're not doped up.
All right, Madison.
It
it'll be
literally just
okay.
said everything warned off.
Now, this is James's
That's the
son,
opposite
I
of doped
presume?
up.
I can see the resemblance.
Yes. He knows what we need. Vault-Tec computer, something to locate equipment. Please help him.
Very well. We'll sort this all out. Hail.
Hail.
Hail! This is very Nazi-ish.
I need to rest, lie down or something. This is just too much. Rothschild should help you, but don't forget that he's Brotherhood. I've never trusted them. Be careful what you tell them.
Meanwhile, the dog just constantly goes,
Certainly, Sarah. What's on your mind?
Father, I know that you do not wish to discuss the fate of the outcasts, but there are some who say...
Oh, Sarah, my dear, sweet girl, so eager you are to rush headlong into battle. But no, not now, not yet. Our time will come, fear not.
Yes, yes, Elder, I understand. You honor us with your presence here. Pretty impressive work for a civilian, bringing the Doctor here in one piece.
what do you mean civilian?
Sarah Lyons, Sentinel and Commander of Lyons Pride. Welcome to the Citadel.
I'm King Mad Matty the Great. One-man army, and I'd fuck you up in a battle, so shut up. Man, you just... Oi! The bot hates you now. I found a... what should I do with it?
Talk to Scribe Jameson. She is our Keeper of the Scrolls. She will want to know what you have found.
I've been holding on to them.
She spends most of her time in the archives. You'll find them in A-Ring, near the Great Hall. I've read the reports, seen the initial scans, but I can hardly believe it. I figured those radio transmissions were just old recordings. Never figured the Enclave would actually show up, in the flesh. But don't worry. Whatever they try, we'll be ready for it. I'll lead the Pride to knock them out tomorrow, if my father permits it. You've seen them, so you know what we know. What more is there to say? If
Where
we
do
can
they come
figure out
from?
where they're coming from, we might be able to stop them. If not...
How they become super mutants? Are they humans?
It's the best of the Brotherhood, bar none. No one gets in without my say-so.
I fucking should run that shit.
In my father's name, I bid you farewell.
What about in your name?
You have my condolences. Your father was a good man. More than anyone else, I dare say. Certainly enough to know they're the greatest threat the capital wasteland has ever faced. The Brotherhood of Steel has encountered the Enclave before, you see. Over 30 years ago, back in California. Then they were led by a President Richardson. Now we've got this Eden to contend with. It matters not now. As before, they seek to control and destroy. All in the guise of restoring order. Your father, I fear, was just the beginning. The Brotherhood is an old organization going back to the years just after the war. We are but a part of it. What would you like to know? The Brotherhood began on the West Coast, and exists there still. We were dispatched to this location many years ago. In truth, the Brotherhood of Steel has been struggling for years, both here and back home. Honor, truth, courage. These virtues seem to have little meaning in these troubled times, I'm afraid. Ah, now, that's the real question, isn't it? Our orders were, and are, to acquire any and all advanced technology. And we have, to the best of our abilities. But when I realized the extent of the super-mutant threat, I felt it was my responsibility to aid the people in their struggle against them. Unfortunately, my superiors back west disagree with my assessment of the situation. They feel I've grown too attached to the local populace. And they're right. In any event, the Enclave's arrival changes everything. It's been over 20 years since we arrived, and we've been struggling to contain and eradicate the super mutants for nearly as long. With the arrival of the Enclave, I have a terrible feeling the super mutants are the least of our worries.
Okay.
So be it.
So be it.
Would you believe no? It's pathetic, really, considering we've been fighting those abominations for nearly 20 years. In all that time, all we've managed to do is to contain the threat, hold them back so they don't overrun every blasted settlement out here. But we don't really know anything. Where they're from, why they've infested the DC ruins. And now here we are, holed up in our citadel. Low on resources, low on troops. It's enough to make an old man so very tired. Of course.
Of course.
Initiate, you've got a lot of nerve to interrupt. Oh, my apologies, stranger. I thought you were one of these worthless initiates. I swear these kids would be lost without me here to powder their asses.
Does he not realize that I'm in super duper armor better than he is?
I am charged with the duty of turning these maggots into brothers of steel.
Oh, God.
With the threat of the Enclave, they're
doomed.
likely going to be pressed into service before they've taken the oath. So I've got a lot of work to do.
They are doomed if you're training them.
Killing unarmed civilians makes me sick. Come over here. Try fighting someone who shoots back. Fucking cowards.
You're buried in your little fucking fortress.
Why do you think I ride these initiates so hard? I make training hell so fighting those uglies won't be. If you'll excuse me, I need to go show these fish how to shoot straight.
Good work, Dick. What else do I do? Look at him there. Shut up. YouTube hates the radio.
I don't think that Paladin Gunny would be very happy if he saw me talking to an outsider.
I just wanted to know why you're not doing push-ups like the others are. You should be doing push-ups. Yeah, there we go. All right, back to it, fucker. All right, where do I go? Up here.
You honor us with your...
I know, I honor everyone.
You honor us with your presence.
Yes, I honor. Historical records. Oh my god, I don't want to read! But I promised I would. Classified eyes only military contract numbers, codename Liberty Prime. Project goal, no less than the creation of the most powerful combat robot the battlefield has ever seen, with the express goal of liberating occupied Anchorage, Alaska from its Chinese aggressors. Summary: the United States Army has succeeded in contracting both Robco and General Atomics International to work on their first joint project. The robot they create, Liberty Prime, will be the very embodiment of American military might, a walking, talking, nuke-tossing hero who will remind the world what it means to be a superpower. I am fully confident that the presence of Liberty Prime at the Anchorage frontline will be to the Chinese what the Hiroshima bomb was to the Japanese. Wait, what? Is it me? I'm probably fucking reading this wrong. I'm fully confident that the presence of Liberty Prime at the Anchorage front line will be to the Chinese what the Hiroshima bomb was to the Japanese. I just, the sentence is like long and clumsy, like fuck. By Walter Street Beat Monroe, Capital Post staff writer. In a startling turnaround from their previous policy of complete covert development, the United States Army has confirmed that they are indeed working on a new superweapon, one designed specifically to crush the Red Chinese invasion force and liberate occupied Anchorage, Alaska once and for all. 3 commas in a sentence? That's a paragraph. 1 sentence paragraph? Speaking at an army press conference at the Pentagon, General Constantine Chase stated, "No more secrets," and then they do a 3-word sentence. This time, the time has come to lay all our cards on the table so the Chinese can see with their own eyes that we've got the winning hand. The United States Army is proud to announce that for the first time in history, General Atomics International and Robco have joined forces to create this great country a super weapon that will leave every single yellow-bellied red shaking in their commie boots. Unfortunately for our readers, that's as specific as Chase is willing to get. You know what? Does anyone know? It just dawned on me. This game would not have got sold in China, right? Hang on. There's no way it was still in China? Apparently not. Apparently it didn't get banned. It originally got knocked back in Australia. I don't remember that. I remember getting it, no problem. Specific as Chase is willing to get while he and the army are ready for China to know the US is developing a new weapon. They're not quite ready to divulge just what it is or when it will be ready for development. All in due time, rest assured, when this weapon is complete, Liberty will come to Anchorage and hell will follow. Dr. Bloomfield to General Chase. The Chinese Communist Party has an iron hold on everything in China. They don't like anything not pre-approved. I just read 2 articles and they both say it was never banned. That's all I got for you. I don't know. When I say I read 2 articles, I read a paragraph in both of them, because you know how they do an article and then they go, Fallout 3 is this game that came out at this time. It was made by Bethesda and these people scratched their nuts and these developers were involved and it was released on this day and everyone loved it, and just like paragraphs of fluff to give you the fucking one sentence answer that you wanted, you know. Hang on. Maybe they, I don't know. Like I could sit there and just read articles after articles if you want. All I have is the answer that I have you. I'm not sure. It says it wasn't banned. Told us this for some reason talking about Australia. I don't know why. It just wants to be involved. I'm sorry, but you're being completely unrealistic. There is simply no way the robot will be combat ready in 3 months. The chassis is complete, all weapon systems are online, and the voice module has been programmed as requested, but power consumption is still a primary concern, and neither Doctors Honeywell or Park have yet found an acceptable solution. We had hoped to subcontract Voltec and utilize the talents of Dr. Braun, but apparently he's gone into seclusion working on one of their own projects, and they couldn't reach him at this point if they wanted to, so that's out. Wait, didn't you... Be right back, does a job, be right back. What are you doing, guys? Trying. I'll give it to you straight, General. This is the biggest robot the world has ever seen, and we just haven't been able to find a power source small enough. But it's a really big robot. And powerful enough to get the damn thing running with all the systems online. In 3 months we might be able to guarantee the robot can walk into downtown Anchorage, but all of its weapon systems will be offline. Maybe he can just step on the red giant knees? Question mark. Here are the results of the latest robot diagnosis. Mobility 0%, navigational translation 0%, internal processors 46%, weapon systems 45%, power management 37%, voice module 100%. Let's release it, ship it out, it's good to go. Scribe Rothschild is confident that by redistributing power from the weapons and mobility systems, we'll be able to bring power management up to at least 67%. Enough to successfully carry out a full activation sequence. Scribe Rothschild has completed a new full diagnostic of the robot. Here are those results: 0012 13 1 100. So what, we went backwards or forwards? Fuck knows. It has been determined that the recent feedback spike, which resulted in overhaul system degradation, was in fact caused by the installation of the new power capacitor, as Scribe Rothschild suspected. Until further notice, Scribes are ordered to cease any and all experiments that involve the rerouting of power from any of the robot subsystems. May, July. So we went backwards. Current. Scribe Rothschild has completed 0087 6300. I don't know. Okay. It is the assessment of the Scribe Rothschild that one of the power management issues are solved: mobility and navigation. Translation will jump to at least 50% well within acceptable operating capacity. Lead Scribe's journal. Okay. Another day, another setback. We had tried, of course, rerouting power from the weapons to the robots' other subsystems several times. Each attempt ended in failure. Thanks to the robots' overly aggressive combat subroutines, it's almost as if there's some hidden pocket of AI that keeps pushing against us, refusing to let anyone drain power from the weapon system, I guess. That shouldn't be surprising me, considering why he was constructed in the first place. That's why I began work on the new dampener in the first place. I was convinced I could trick the robot into thinking I had actually redistributed the power from some other subsystem, but the damn thing proved smarter than that, certainly smarter than me. All I managed to do was fry some of his circuitry again and set us back another 3 months. I'm tired of trying to reroute power like some kind of snot-nosed initiate. I don't care what kind of drain it puts on the Scribe's ability to research and maintain the weapons and armor. I'm proceeding with the AVF experiments. If I can successfully create an accelerated vector fusion module similar to the technology I saw Dr. Lee working with all those years ago, we'll have our first real chance of getting the robot fully operational. Maybe then the Western Elders will realize our worth. Unfortunately, the accelerated vector fusion AVF experiment haven't gone as planned. Bell Ditch suffered second-degree burns, and at one point we accidentally channeled so much power to the robot's head laser it discharged and nearly killed Elder Lyons. He was not pleased. Voice emitter test initiated. Okay.
Voice module online.
Oh.
Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all Red Chinese invaders. Emergency Communist Acquisition Directive. Immediate self-destruct. Better dead than red.
And this thing didn't get banned in China? Yeah. Alright. Whatever.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Just give me a minute, mate. I'm just borrowing this computer. Recent experiments with accelerated vector fusion have not gone according to plan. All Scribes assigned to the lab should check with the Scribes Rothschild on a daily basis and obtain any modified technical parameters as needed. Warning: likely leaky hydraulics. It has come to our attention that several Scribes have slipped on hydraulic fluid near the eastern end of the robot lift. Until the offending pipes can be mended completely, please use caution in that area. Enclave tactical assessment. Weapons, plasma, yep, armor, Tactical said the Enclave forces that have occupied Project Purity are nearly identical to those encountered in the West Coast nearly in the year 2241. Threat potential severe. GNA battle after action report. It is the opinion of Sentinel Alliance that the recent super mutant attack on Galaxy News Radio was not indicative of a larger assault, as was originally thought. Instead, the forces that attacked the radio station were probably en route to the mall to reinforce their own kind in a prolonged battle against the mercenaries of Talon Company. General Robot, okay. Scribe Rothschild has completed a new full diagnosis. Here are those results. Different numbers again. It is the assessment of the Scribe Rothschild that once the power management issues are solved, mobility and navigation translation will jump to at least 50%, well within acceptable. Okay. Wait, what? I wasn't supposed to do that. Ridden funeral cancelled. Due to certain unexpected tactical developments, funeral services for Initiate Ridden have been cancelled. A memorial service will be scheduled sometime in the future, date to be disclosed. Alright, whoever the fuck Ridden is. A plasma rifle? Is that new? Yeah, that's new. What does that shoot? Motherfucker cells. 44, 78. Oh, we can give it a whirl. I gotta repair it though with other guns.
Need something, friend?
I don't
The
know.
elders sent word of your arrival. I am Scribe Peabody.
Peabody?
Welcome.
Jesus
etc.
Christ, you
Now,
need to fucking...
I'm really very busy.
put your
Is
head in
there
the
something
toilet.
you needed?
You need to wedgie yourself, mate. Your name's Peabody.
You want to talk to Scribe Jameson. She's the archivist, not me. Indeed I can.
Pay no heed to those headstrong knights with their pop guns and bravado.
It is the scribes who make the Brotherhood what it truly is. The brawn is useless without the brain. Hmm?
Welcome
Each
back,
order
old
of
strike.
scribes is dedicated to a unique field, all equally important, all more important than those dim-witted grunts. Order of the Sword, Order of the Shield, Order of the Quill, weapons, defenses, and research, respectively. Sword, of course. Weapons, my boy. You name it, I've helped someone kill it. I'm the proctor of the Order of the Sword, you see. Weapons research, development, and maintenance, all my responsibility. So they have plasma weapons. Bah! It's strong technology, I'll give you that, but limited in modability.
I've already started removing the compensators on our laser weapons to cut through the Black Devil power armor of theirs.
We'll drop them like any other meat, don't you worry.
Okay.
Foul, detestable beasts. They're like an infestation. We cut them down and they return again and again. Always so determined to kill or capture. But why?
Mm-hmm.
Ha! With
You repaired all that stuff? I'm running low on monies. What does he repair to? Can't repair past 51. Okay.
until
Doesn't seem like anyone can repair past 51. Oh, more reading. No, we read all that. Ha. Ha.
Quartermaster Durga here, stranger. I have to say, I'm not sure what you're doing in my armory. We run a tight ship, and unless Elder Lion says so, we don't trade with outsiders. Quartermaster out.
Quartermaster in. What the fuck?
You had a moment, Scribe Rothschild.
Okay, the 10mm N99 sidearm was standard issue military gear following the phase out of the N80 in 2051. That's only a few years from now. It's like fucking 3 weeks from now, basically, that. The N99 was known for its ability to survive in the harshest of conditions, and in many tests, the weapon was able to reliably be restored to working condition after an extended period of time exposed to hard elements and without maintenance. Here's a wicked thought for you guys. In the future, in that time when we're in fucking our pods and playing VR games and all that sort of shit, and then, you know, Goldstride's going to come to you and goes, oh, did you play that vintage game of Fallout 3 lately? It's wicked. And I'll be like, what? No, dude. He goes, yeah, here's release. And I'm going to pick it up. And then I'm going to load that game up in my VR pod world on a TV. So I'm going to be in my VR world watching another TV playing for... Think about it. The N99 proved to stand up, and it's two, so it claims, and I should actually read. The N99 proved to stand up to its claims, and as a result, is one of the most common weapons found in use in the wasteland. While many civilian weapons were ruined, gameception, true. Beyond use in the exterior conditions following the war, the N99 is commonly able to be easily restored to working order by anyone with the most basic knowledge of firearm mechanics. However, an N99 in poor condition can often deliver low target and armor penetration, frequently jamming and greatly reducing accuracy. Fortunately, the weapon was produced in great numbers and units are available for replacement parts. The R91 assault rifle. The R series of the combat assault rifle was used reliably following the discontinuation of the M series. In the early 21st century, the R series, produced by civilian manufacturer Stent Secretly Solutions, was made in many models and variations. The variation most common to DC Wasteland is the R91 full auto urban assault rifle. This rifle was standard issue for the National Guard during urban pacification operations. Fortunately for our purposes, the National Guard had been fully deployed around the DC area during the time of the war. As a result, the R9 is readily available for those willing to search. Although nearly 2 centuries of scavenging has reduced the numbers of working units, R91 remains a favourite of slavers and raiders. This rifle can also often be obtained from legitimate traders and arms dealers. Like any firearm, the R91 effectiveness and accuracy can suffer without regular methods. Laser pistol. The laser pistol was put into service to replace the AEP-5, a model which was notorious for its problems with overheating. The AEP-7 features a new design in the photonic focusing chamber, as well as an entirely redesigned focusing crystal pattern. The bulk and weight have both been reduced over previous models, and was likely that within the new few development cycles, the successor of the AEP-7 would replace the N99 10mm as the standard issue sidearm for all forces. The AEP-7 took advantage of new manufacturing techniques developed shortly before the Great War. Although many were produced, most did not make it into field service because of logistic problems concerning the deployment during active wartime. The AEP-7 can be a rare find in the capital wasteland, and any models that are produced should be returned to the capital citadel for repair and recalibrating before field deployment. Laser rifle. Unlike many other weapons in use today, the AER-9 is actually not the top laser rifle that was in service at the time of the Great War. The model line went up to the state-of-the-art in the AER-12, which saw service in a handful of specialty units. The reason that the AER-9 is much more commonly found is that it was much sturdier and more reliable than the models that followed. The AER-9 features a titanium housing crystal array which proved to withstand long years of exposure to the elements much better than the gold alloy housing of the later models. As a result, the crystal array stayed focused within operating parameters rather than falling completely out of focus like the newer models. As with all energy weapons, the AER-9 can suffer from poor performance if not properly maintained. The crystal array and non-mechanical components are delicate, and if not properly serviced, can lead to a loss of beam intensity, overheating, and energy regulation failure. Okay, that was fun. We read all that. Now we know about guns. Are you guys happy? I read
Precisely what I'd
about
like to
guns.
speak with you about. What's this I hear about power consumption actually increasing? We both know that's not an option.
We've been over this. A slight modification to one system and all the subroutines go haywire. Don't worry, I'm on it.
I come to you for results, not excuses.
Yeah.
That robot could mean the difference between victory or defeat against the Enclave.
Oh, very well. Now please. A giant robot to fix,
Need something, friend?
Oh, I was just waiting until you two done dribbling shit.
Hail to you, son of James. This is not normally something that we do. Trade with outsiders has proven to be problematic in the past. However, considering the circumstances, so be it. I'll send word to Durga that you have full access to trade.
Okay, cool.
Ah, yes. Everyone asks about the robot. Hard not to, I admit. His name is Liberty Prime. Very patriotic. Built by a very proud nation during a very desperate time. We've had about as much success getting him working as they did. You should speak with Scribe Rothschild. He can tell you more.
Okay.
Hail.
Hail!
Welcome. May I start by saying that I am sorry for your loss. I was acquainted with your father many years ago. The world has lost one of its few remaining visionaries. I have been a part of the Brotherhood for many years. Enough that I was here when Project Purity first began. I did not work directly with your father. He and his team valued their independence, and I respected that. Think nothing of it. Now, Dr. Lee has explained your predicament. You need to locate some Vault-Tec equipment. Are you quite sure? I suspect that would be a waste of time. Regardless, the Brotherhood is not in possession of such a device. There is, however, a way in which we may be able to ascertain the location of one. Possibly. I'm afraid I won't be able to assist you directly. The news Dr. Lee has brought will require me to be elsewhere. I can, however, give you access to an old pre-war computer from Vault-Tec. It may have the information you need.
You'll find the terminal in the archives in the A-Ring.
You are welcome. If you require further assistance, I may be able to help.
We can trade now. Yay! What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
I received word from Elder Lyons. He says that you have permission to trade with us. Good for you.
No, good for you. I got lots of shit to sell, woman.
I should let you know, I'm not going to use any of our equipment to provide parts for you. You'll have to pay for them.
What the fuck? Chick's just like a fucking fun sponge, isn't she, you know?
Sure, just be quick about it.
Fun sponge. I want your ammo. I want your ammo. I want your ammo. Oh, she's gonna want stuff from me because I don't. You go over there. You go over there. I want your ammo. stuff. You want more? Take more fucking thing. Oh shit. I need that. You can have that. You can have that. You can have stuff. You can have that. You can have all of them. You can have this. You can have all of them. You enjoyed that, didn't you? Scrap metal you can't have. Okay. I don't think I can afford much more, am I? Fuck. Let's try this again. No, I can't.
Thanks.
Oh, at least you say that nicely.
Steel be with you.
Shut up. To the right, to the right. Cyril A ring, let's go. It's better than the B ring. Let me show you how it's done. That's how you
know what you're doing.
Just look. 360. Look at that. Oh no. Yeah. I 360 that shit. Don't mind me, I'm just taking all your stuff. To the right. This must be the ancient computer. Okay. The fuck? Do you guys want me to go through every single vault and see what the fuck they're doing and shit? Vault 76 is one of our 17 control vaults. It will operate... Yes? Okay, alright. And I know for a fact you're saying that because you're being a dick. It will operate exactly according to the plan dedicated in the marketing material produced by Vault-Tec and precisely to resident expectations. This vault will open automatically after a period of 20 years and the residents will be pushed back into the open world for study in comparison to other experiments. Project goals. Access restricted. Back. Alright, well, you can't fucking 87. Equipment. Redacted. Complete. Use Vault-Tec. Let's locate a GEC. Secondary. Okay, so I guess stasis chamber 4, plasma containment field 3, food processing station 6. They got a lot of shit. All right, you guys need to remember it's 87. All right, that's the magic one. Okay, all right. No. Error. Alright, software's fucking out. Project goals. Access restricted. Sucker. Haha, this is... Tuttle's like, Matt's gonna have to read so much shit. Sound equipment itemized in memo. 92 musical instruments itemized. Recording equipment. Is that that's the we've already been there, haven't we? 92 personal assignments. Error. Totals error. Access restricted. Suck the fat one, Toddles. I don't have to. Next game, monkey face. You're done with Fallout Redux? But the story. Error, no. Error, no. Restricted, no. Well, that's... Fucking hell. Alright, that was our fault. General atomic nuclear power. Okay. Dr. Albert Laris, additional personnel, archivist note. This information has been redacted at the request of Dr. Albert Laris of the Psychological Research Department and the Chief Overseer of Vault 106 project. All inquiries into the goals and research method of Vault 106 are to be directed through his office. Project goals, information, it's literally the same fucking shit. 108 equipment, socket totals, socket. Note from admin: we are aware that the steam whistle is only sufficient to power this project partially. Please do not file any further reports on this issue. Non-standard equipment, defensive weaponry, triple normal issue. Note: do not stock with standard entertainment. Error. Overseer Brady Jones, Zachary K. Jameson, Chief of Staff. Jerick Maddox, Nathan Urigen, Research Note: all standard positions have been intentionally left unfulfilled and will be assigned by the Overseer according to the Vault 108 protocols. According to the pre-assignment medical test, Mr. Jones has a genetic disposition for a rare terminal strain of cancer, which should ideally cause him to expire within 40 months of the project's inception. These two events should combine to allow a proper catalyst that will allow this project to continue as planned. Alright. Was this the one that we were just in? Yeah, we were just in this one. 108 was that. 112. Blah, blah, blah. Which one was the secondary? Which one was the Gary place? 12 147C robots, caretaker variation, 85 stasis pods, list of liquid nutrients detailed in memo, personal assignments, Overseer Braun. Due to the nature of the project in Vault 12 is highly automated system designed to support it, the Vault requires only a single administrator. Project goals, access restricted. Braun tells you nothing. Afuera! Vault Tech personal assignments. Order requisition forms. Well, that computer was heavily redacted. Second in command of the security team stationed at the West Tech Research Facility, later relocated to Mariposa Military Base, assumed command after nervous breakdown of secondary team leader Colonel Robert Spindle. Executed scientists after learning of their research into Force Evolutionary Virus, or FEV. Fucking hell, they were doing COVID. Deserted from military just before the war. Marxist ordered the families of all base personnel brought inside the facility, thereby sparing their lives. Led supervisors in their exodus to the Lost Hills bunker. Mason's wife was killed on the journey. At Lost Hills, Roger Mason formed the Brotherhood of Steel. As the organization's first High Elder, he formed the orders of Paladins, Knights, and Scribbles. Mason 2, born teenager of unspecified age in took over command of the Brotherhood of Steel as High Elder in 2135 when his father Roger Maxis died of cancer. In 2155, while hunting down a group of raiders known as Vipers, Maxon, who was unhelmeted at the time, was grazed in the head by an arrow, and deadly Viper poison killed him within hours. John Maxon, son of Maxon II and grandson of Roger Maxon, a gifted soldier, John Maxon was promoted to the rank of Paladin at the age of 38 in the year of 2135. Soon after, he was promoted once more to head Paladin in 2155. Maxon was promoted to illustrious position of High Elder when his father Maxon II was killed in a glorious battle with the raiders known as the Vipers. Records indicate John Maxon had some dealings with the mysterious figure identified only as the Vault Dweller in the year 2162 at the age of 65. New entry, Scribble Arthur Maxon. Only son of Jonathan and Jessica, both deceased. Last of the Maxon bloodline. Afuera! Everyone's firing things. As an infant sent to the Citadel to be fostered by Elder Owen Lyons. The reason for this decision was twofold. One, recent internal conflict amongst the Western Brotherhood of Steel created an unsafe environment for the child. It was believed that the Citadel, despite being located in hostile territory, would increase its probability of survival. Two, Elder Lyons at that time was in high favor of the Western Elders and deemed a perfect candidate to provide care for training to the Squire. Recent events have led to a lack of communication with the Western Elders. As a result, Squire Maxon will remain at the Citadel indefinitely. Alright. Maxon, yeah, we did that. State of Maxon. State of Maxon in the New California Republic was... the state of Maxon in the New California Republic was built in close proximity to the Lost Hills bunker and enjoyed the protection of the Brotherhood of Steel. No additional information is available at this time. Diary of Roger Maxon, Volume 1. Oh my fucking god. You better be enjoying this story, chat, otherwise I'm smacking you all on the head. I, Roger Maxon, Captain, serial numbers, have started this log because it doesn't look good for any of us, and I'd like for the people to know what really happened here. All hell broke loose when we finally discovered what those scientist bastards were up to. The Colonel had locked himself in his office and seems to be having some sort of a breakdown. The men are screaming for blood. They're looking to me for answers, and I'm not sure what to do. Someone has to do something, though, before this place sinks into an anarchistic bloodbath. Every time we get a report from higher up, things get worse here. The war is going in a very bad direction, and this place is about to go into full mutiny with all the chaos that entails. I stopped one of the men from executing a scientist today and demanded that we interrogate them to find what their orders were. I killed a man today. I was interrogating Chief Scientist Anderson, and he was giving me the full details of their inhuman experiments. He said his orders came from the government, but I didn't buy it. He started screaming about how he was following orders, how he was a military man, and I just shot him. I tell myself it was to keep him from causing a full mutiny among the men, but I'm not so sure. Okay. I read that. I tried again to speak to the Colonel through the door, but he seems to have completely lost touch with reality. I broke down the door with several of the men, just in time to watch him blow his head off. Right before he pulled the trigger, he said he was sorry. By killing the egghead, I seem to have confirmed my position as leader of the men. They follow me without question now. Interrogations invariably end up being executions. Shellman held out the longest. but the end result was the same. Her arguments about her orders were a bit too specific to be completely made up. I'm getting a real bad feeling in my gut about how this all is going to end up. I don't even lie to myself anymore about my reasons for executing the scientists.
Never go full retard.
I'm trying not to go full retard, okay? Alright. I finally replied to the outside world over our radio. I don't know why they never sent anyone here to see what was happening when we stopped responding to their transmissions. It doesn't make any sense. Well, they'll come now. I declared ourselves succeeded from the Union. They remember Jefferson Davis. What will history say about me? Really? What the hell is going on? We declare ourselves to be in full desertion from the army and no longer under the government's command. And what happens? Nothing. Something's bad is coming down. I can't believe those bastards finally did it. Damn them all to hell. They finally let the A-bombs fly. We were right in the middle of trying to pry the real story out of von Feldman when we completely lost contact. I have a feeling the research center was hit hard. I don't know why. Just call it a gut feeling. It seems inconceivable that we were not targeted. I'm sure China will make up for that oversight real soon. Luckily, we had moved our families from outside into the facility the day before yesterday. We do not yet know if the fallout has reached this area. I read that. Sergeant Plattner volunteered to go outside today to take specific readings on the atmosphere. It seems the radiation has not spread this far. Since he was wearing his power armor, there was no threat to him from radiation, but if he had been exposed, he would have had to been exiled. We don't have adequate decontamination facilities here. I convinced the men that we should bury the scientists. I don't know why. Perhaps it was to ease my conscience. I finally started to believe their stories when the last one was dying. My God, what have I become? We're leaving this godforsaken place today. I'm leading the exodus to the old government bunker at Lost Hills. I'm leaving this log behind to be buried when this place goes in the next exchange. Who knows, maybe someone will find it someday. Okay, well, we found it. Alright, that's that. That's all that info. What do you got? Report on UFO codename Paladine. Further investigations into the UFO codename Paladine have confirmed our suspicions. On the evening of May 3rd, 2062, an alien craft of unknown make and origin did indeed breach the airspace just north of Hagerstown, Maryland, and crashed into a heavily wooded non-residential area. Unfortunately, attempts to retrieve the craft proved unsuccessful. It simply could not be located, either due to some kind of advanced invisibility shielding or because the occupants managed to make repairs and vacate the crash site before arrival. Despite our failure of recovery, the significance of this event cannot be denied. We are not alone. Aliens, hey? Project Brainstorm Report. Brainstorm Military Cultural Center 2076 Progress Report. Our flagship project, the Induced Patriotism Initiative, has met with resounding success. Our agents have successfully included covert and overt messages of extreme patriotism and loyalty into popular media ranging from the big screen to the Sunday funnies. Increased military enrollment amongst target demographics serves to underline the success. Agent Webb has been particularly effective at influencing the music industry, and he has interested proposals for the fields of organized sports and even such notorious difficult markets as comic books and toys. Is that why fucking Swift and that NFL player are like gonna get married and shit? Is that the whole plan? A success in these areas would ensure early education with our message, and thus ensure a more dedicated and devoted nation for us all. Mission Klawaksina report. Development of the mutant undermining life form continues apace, and our chief bioengineers are certain that they will be able to perfect these living weapons in time for development into Red China. Once covertly released into an enemy's environment, their aggressive qualities, dangerous hunger, and pervasive breeding should severely undermine the infrastructure of the location in short order, softening the target for ground invasion. At this point, the genetic kill switch can be activated, allowing for easy reclamation, not including a significant one-time cleanup effort. Current MUL development, or MUL, primarily uses a genetic stock of rodents, particularly the common sewer rat, and progress has been significant. FEV testing has been rejected, however, as the results are sterile. Alright, are we good? I'd be okay if that was the end of the computers. I'd be okay with that. I really would. I read it all there. You happy? You happy, pappies? Alright, you happy? Where do I need to go now? What is the B-ring? Alright. We got a lot more lore to get through. Oh no, we've read that. We've read that one. Yeah, it's time for me too. So that's why I'm winding it up. I'm just seeing. So what we'll do is we're gonna wind it up here. We'll finish exploring this place tomorrow. And we'll jump in, we'll continue with the quests. I think, ask Scribble Rothschild for information about Vault 87, world map. What ones have we been to? Vault 108. Vault 92. Okay. Alright, well we got a bit to do. We got a bit to do, and I got to get rid of all this fucking. I got to find a doctor too to get rid of this, because that's hampering me a little bit. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Oh, fuck, I can't. Hang on. We'll save it right there. All right, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, but we'll be back tomorrow to do it all again. That's right. I hope you guys are enjoying this story. I'm going very hard into it, trying to get as much information as I can for the lore and all that sort of stuff. Doing the stuff that you guys, you know, when you play this, you guys like skip story. We all skip story. Everyone's devouring things. All right. I'm out. So I hope you guys are enjoying the story. Hoping you're enjoying the lore and all that sort of stuff. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all again. Don't forget you can catch up on any of this on YouTube. I'm posting episodes on there and going on the trouble of cutting them into bite-sized lollies and like editing it out a little bit only a little bit, but you know, trying to get like a teaser into the episode and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy the effort there, so you can catch up on anything you've missed over there. All right, bye for now, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.